Hello everybody, my name is Connor and we are here in the finals of my Tuesday tournament. We are playing Kid versus Reiju. Turn 1 we had no plays. Turn 1 for my opponent though, he is going to go ahead and drop the Sanji, getting a search off. I believe it's a Vinsmoke family searcher, but I could be wrong. It's been a hot minute since I looked at that card. Speaking of Sanji and Vinsmoke family, the new Sanji in O12, or OP12, excuse me, Straw Hat Crew and Vinsmoke family, very interesting. I, as you guys can imagine, am super excited about that. Blue and purple are two of my favorite colors in the One Piece game. But enough about that, let's talk back about my game. 3 Dawn, really nothing to do. I have the Scratch Mana Poo blocker, but I don't have any other Supernovas, and that's the problem I'm having with the deck, is that I just don't feel like I have enough Supernova cards, especially at the beginning of the game. So we're going to go ahead, swing 8, get 2 2Ks out of my opponent's hand, and I'm totally okay with that. That is fine with me. For Dawn here, I am expecting the Ichiji. He searched with the Sanji his first turn to come down, but besides that, yeah, I don't know what else he could do. No stage yet. Not having stage, I feel like, really slows down the Reiju. So I assume that Porsche Ichiji coming down. So I am going to take the 6 here. But then a 5K swing gonna come down. And I trashed the Nami here. I think I should have probably trashed Scratchman, but I don't really have a lot of triggers besides Frankie. And I feel like giving Frankie for the Nami effect is just not, it doesn't feel good. It does not feel good at all. So 5 Dawn here, not really sure if there's much I can do. And I'm thinking it looks like I'm going to go ahead and swing another 8 at lead. Could probably clear the Sanji, but I didn't see it being a problem. And then 2 for the Shirahoshi, we're going to go ahead and pass. But yeah, definitely a slow start for, I think, both me and my opponent. Just kind of not seeing. We do have the X-Drake, so realistically we could have played X-Drake down and made it a blocker and started that process. But I feel bad playing X-Drake down because it's a 2K. And I feel like this list runs a lot of 2Ks still, but I don't know, I just really don't like using 2Ks so willy-nilly. So speaking of using 2Ks willy-nilly, we're going to go ahead and give that Frankie 2K for that 6K swing from leader. Still no stage for my opponent. Thank God. Another 5 coming at us with Sanji, and this feels bad because I definitely don't want to block with Shirahoshi, but giving him more counter kind of stinks. But I didn't want to go too low, so we do end up giving him the Scratch Mana Poo. I was hoping to hold on to that. And then the Chopper blocker comes down, but we draw into the perfect card to deal with it. And one thing you guys have probably noticed is my opponent hasn't had the option to minus Dawn yet. So I did take first from them just to make it harder for them to be minus Dawn, at least for a little bit. But honestly, I got super lucky and they just aren't seeing their pieces. So Godatsu is going to come down and pop that blocker, that Chopper blocker, and we will swing 7 at lead. My opponent, I think, is relatively new to the One Piece game, so he is just going ahead and reading Godatsu. Godatsu, a bit of an older card. And we are going to get the 2K, 1K out of hand, ditching the big Reiju, so that should give to me the idea that he has perhaps a baby Reiju in hand, something to draw him more cards, which in a match like this, I don't think without anything on board, I don't think I've seen a Reiju hit this many Dawn in a long time. But we have 4 cards in hand. Our hand size is getting low. We have the Shirahoshi blocker, but I do want to keep that up. But finally, we see a Porsche. Porsche is going to go ahead and minus a Dawn there. To get the Porsche ability, search the top 5 for a Foxy Pirate, and hoping they whiff this search, in all honesty. But it looks like they have some choices. I think that the I don't think that they added more Foxy characters in. I think that Foxy 2K that my opponent has taken, which you can't really see because my camera angle is okay at best. I think that Foxy replaces the what is it, the Gina, that's her name. My goodness, my brain just stopped working there. So Baby Reiju gonna come down here off of the Porsche, and he is gonna go ahead and draw with leader ability, minusing the Dawn to pop Baby Reiju into Big Reiju. And I can't count quickly enough. 6, so they're at 6 Dawn if I counted correctly, and we're at 7, so they should be able to draw. There we are, counting Dawn. Yep, looks like they should be okay to draw off of the Reiju. There we go. Which is a little unfortunate for me. I mean, I'm not super concerned at this point. I probably should be, especially since my opponent did finally see stage. Yeah, that's a little unfortunate. That's gonna help them cycle cards and kind of find their pieces. I mean, I think stage is so good in this deck. Yep, gonna find the big Ichiji there, and now I'm expecting Ichiji to come down here and just kind of hurt. So we'll see, though. I don't mind taking more life. I do have the 10 cost ace in hand. So if I do end up taking more life, I think that I'm in a position where I can use 10 cost ace to benefit me. I'm gonna go ahead and swing 6. I'll give him 2k with Satori, expecting the Ichiji, but gonna go ahead and swing 5 with Sanji again. Realistically, should have gotten rid of Sanji, but we end up taking the Gadatsu out of our life there. 3 life, and he passes turn. We should be at 8 or 9. We're at 9 Dawn now, so I honestly think Kid is a really solid play here. Get that on the board, start cycling some of my hand, and see that giant blocker in the Eustass Captain Kid. Gonna go ahead and swing 6 at, I think, life, kind of ignoring the Sanji. At this point in the game, I'm hoping that Sanji doesn't get any more swings, and I don't think that, I don't know, I don't think he'll be swinging more with Sanji. But we are going to go ahead hit him with a 6k, and he is going to take the life there, 6k from lead. He'll go ahead and trigger the Gamma Knife to actually ramp him a Dawn. And then I will go ahead, tap 8, play down Kid, rest Kid to trash the top of his life, trashing another stage. Not the worst thing to trash, and we do make Kid a blocker. Drawing turn, we're going to cycle. Or at the end of turn, we're gonna go ahead, trash the 10 cost ace, and making Kid a blocker there. So pretty solid. I think we're in a pretty good spot at this moment. But we do know he has both big Ichiji and little Ichiji, and that is a lot of Dawn. So definitely concerned by what he can do. With only 4 cards in my hand, I can only counter out of so much. He is going to go ahead and ditch the big Ichiji, which I think is a bad sign for me. Going to grab another little Ichiji. So, has the potential to continue to, or not continue, but has the potential to start really looping that Ichiji. Sometimes all you need is one Ichiji in your trash, and your opponent's forced to kill it, and they keep looping it, and it is a nightmare. Seeing that kind of go off is a little bit of the worst, honestly, but we'll see what my opponent does. He is at 9 Dawn, I believe, so I've never seen a Reiju with so much Dawn, but yeah, I mean, starting early with not having anything to help minus Dawn, a little tough, and of course forcing them to go second, I think, kind of helped me stay above their just kind of above them here. So they're going to go ahead, tap 3, play down another Porsche, and it's safe to assume that we know who is coming out here. But they're going to go ahead and search the top 5 for a Foxy Pirate type card. I'm going to grab the Blocker Chopper. A really good option for them, and I can't kill it with Gidatsu anymore, which is a bit of a bummer, but yep, there comes the Ichiji, and they still have so much Dawn left to play with, but I do have that Eustass Kid blocker that I can hide behind. And then they play Red Rock, which was a little shocking and definitely put me in a really bad spot. I had what is that, 5k counter in hand, and there's like 4 swings coming at me, so I am going to be taking some life here, and that honestly doesn't feel great. So the 5 swing from Porsche coming through will go ahead and counter out with Gidatsu. The 5 will take just to make sure that we can set something to a blocker again. The 5, I'll give them the Satori. They're going to minus the Dawn and get the big Ichiji out. Here I'm in a weird spot. I'd like to keep Gidatsu alive if they swing into it, but they are going to go ahead and just swing 7 into my face. I'll take, and we get a Kikinojo. Really good trigger here. I really need it, and now I'm kind of in a tough position. Where do I, the question is, without that kid, I really miss that kid. That cycle was going to be very helpful, but I'm in a spot where I think if I had spread my Dawn, I could have gone for game, but I was planning on playing 10-drop Ace, and I think I should have just planned, yeah, because I'm torn between Ace or Kid, or Ace or Law, and I kind of all in with Ace here, and I think that was a mistake. I definitely did not play this turn well at all. I'm trying to clear bodies, but he has enough counter to where he can just 1k out of all of my swings, trying to get rid of at least the Porsche. And yeah, so I could have, ideally, should have played Law, should have healed. I would have had that blocker. He would have had to have another Red Rock. And yeah, I'm really torn between this. I'm getting a little frustrated. I remember I was just like I kind of screwed this turn. And now I'm in a really bad spot because I can't get game if I play 10-drop Ace. And yeah, I'm going to look to see if he has another Ichiji in trash. He's going to check my trash just to see what I've played or what I've discarded. But no big Ichiji in trash, which kind of gives me the hope that he doesn't have an extra big Ichiji. And I think that if I know he has that small Ichiji, and I think if I play Ace and clear Ichiji, I'm just going to give him the option to continue to get that -2. So yeah, was thinking about playing a Law, yes, but instead I go Ace, and I don't want to clear the Ichiji, even though clearing Ichiji I think would help me the most, because of the fact that he can just recur Ichiji. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and clear Porsche. I know at this point in the game she's gonna die, and that's one less swing, but they still have so much Dawn and 4 bodies on the field. Definitely fumbled that turn. I've got 2k in my hand, and at this point I'm like, I messed up. I messed up so bad. Yeah, two Laws in my hand and a 2k here. Not great, especially with how much Dawn they have. I do have a blocker, which is nice, in the Shirahoshi, and if they play something to KO the Shirahoshi, yeah, I'm in trouble. But I think the only thing they could play is Niji, I think, which could, yeah, it would KO it, but that would heal me. And even with that, I think I'm in a bad spot here. 3 cards in hand, 2k counter. I think you can tell by the way I'm fiddling with my cards that I am very stressed. I have no poker face when it comes to this game, but he is gonna go ahead and swing 6, and I'm like, well, I have the counter. I have to counter that, so I'll give him the 2k here. And actually, that does enough, I think, to scare him off of lethal, which is really lucky for us. Honestly, super lucky. As I mentioned, this is the finals, so I have many times this set, I have thrown games in the finals. I have lost in the finals. So feeling like that is going to happen again. He's going to actually swing 6 into the Gadatsu. And at that point, I'm like, oh yeah, take him. Yeah, absolutely. I want him gone, and that is fine with me. Kind of wishing I trashed the Law instead of the Ace. I think in the future, Ace might be a card that if I have to trash some way to heal, Ace is probably the better choice because of the fact that he has Rush, and I can heal or choose not to heal. So he's gonna go ahead, play down Reiju, and at this point, I'm like, thank God. Like, I think I can live, and there's a chance I can go for game. If he doesn't play a blocker, I'll be sitting really good. Or if he does play blocker, if I get Damn Punk, we're sitting so good. I just have to try and recover. Worst case scenario, if I don't think I can get game, I clear board, I play down Law, put Law in life, and get to live a little longer. So that's the worst case scenario though, but best case scenario is we are able to survive and come back with a win, or clap back to get the win. My opponent taking some time to figure out what he wants to do exactly. He is going to go ahead and swing 6 at life, and I'll go ahead and take that. Getting a kid, really not great. He's going to swing the 7 into Kikinojo, and I'm almost tempted to let it go because then I will heal. But I also think I need Kikinojo to go for game. 2 Dawn up, I know they play Chopper Blocker, so we are going to go ahead and block. And yep, 2 Dawn will be tapped there, and they will play down the Chopper Blocker. So with roughly about 2 to 3 cards in hand, I believe. So really super lucky, honestly, that we were able to live. And on top of that, we top deck Damn Punk. So I definitely had the option of playing down 8-cost Kid and trashing that last life and then going for game with the rest of my Dawn. And so top decking Damn Punk didn't secure the game, but yeah, gonna look at my life. It was a Satori, so I think I think if they had swung continually for face, I would have been in a world of hurt. They're going to take the Kikinojo hit. I'll swing the rest on Ace, and we are going to go ahead and get a couple of counter, but that is it. We are able to get the game there. We were absolutely bricked up. Really incredibly lucky. There's Kyle saying, oh, you had lethal last turn if you just swung at face. And oh, if I heard that, I'd be so mad. But shout out to my opponent for, playing such a weird game. It started off so weird, and I think Reiju is one of those decks where if you don't find your pieces and you can't do your on plays, it is incredibly annoying. So, really good game. I am very lucky that they didn't continue to swing for my face, and we were able to finally pick up a tournament win in OP10. It only took the entirety of OP10 to actually pick up the tournament win, but we did it, and that's what counts. But yeah, that is gonna do it for me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked this video, hit that like button down below. Helps me out more than you could ever know. Go ahead and subscribe if you are new. But I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.